Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Comedy Collision Podcast. I am your host, Nick Hannick. This is episode 89, and y'all at home are looking damn fine. Let's get into this episode. All right, we are back, Comedy Collision listeners. This is episode 89. I am your host, Nick Hannick. I have my ugly Christmas sweater on. We got an LA Knight, Christmas sweater on. And for those who don't know, he's a WWE superstar. Yes, I sometimes watch professional wrestling, and by sometimes, I mean when I get home hammered at 3 a.m. from the bars, go put on a classic Royal Rumble or Money in the Bank match. It's a real good pastime. I suggest people try it out. But this is L.A. Knight. Yeah. And he's the man, dude. He's the man. Go look him up. And believe it or not, I tried to show a girl L.A. Knight, and she was not a fan of that. And it's okay. It's not for everybody. It's mainly for little kids, so I definitely understand that. We got some new additions here to the Comedy Collision podcast. Christian's mic'd up now. You want to test it out?
Yeah.
There it is. It's not yep.
Yep.
Yep-a-rooney.
Claro que sí, amigo.
There you go. See, now, that was the risk with giving him a microphone, as we knew now there's going to be a lot of Spanish in this show, and this is not a Spanish-speaking show. I know Hazul, and
that's not the way to pronounce it.
That's blue. I think I'd know. I had a Corona today, so.
You pronounce it so badly. But you know that I realized why.
Why? Why do I screw up?
Because in English the A is like more like a mouth sound. It's like a mouthful.
An more of an
Like amazing. It's like
Yeah.
In Spanish, it's like we basically kind of skip it because you say azul.
Yeah.
I say azul.
No,
Like,
no.
I kind of skip the.
It just you go right through it.
I
Yeah.
can say like sul, and people will like, yeah, I know what you said.
For sure. No, I totally get that. Also, by the way, not sponsored yet by C4, but I'm telling you, man, C4 is changing the game. This grape popsicle flavor, and people are like, who wants to drink grape? Who gets grape as a flavor? I'm telling you, either love, hate, or you die on love or hate it for grape. I'm a big lover of grape. The C4 popsicle grape flavor tasted like a melted down grape popsicle. Now, I didn't believe that, and then I tried it, and I went, holy shit, that's good. And that's what happened, and I'm sticking to it. And we got other flavors, man. We went through it last episode. We got what? We got pink Starburst. We got Skittles. Skittles there's different flavors of Skittles, so how can they taste like each individual Skittle? Well, it doesn't taste like each individual Skittle, but it tastes like, the rainbow. So it's not gay, but stop laughing back there. It's not gay, but it's regular, and not the gays and regular, but everything's fine. 2025, we're not getting canceled. Okay, this is coming out. Hopefully, Christian, maybe we can get this out in a week. The last episode of December.
With the holidays, I don't know.
You're here for the holidays.
Yeah, but I have my stuff.
You have no family.
I have my podcast, Another Latino with a podcast.
Okay, that's not. We're gonna cut.
38,
we're gonna cut your mic. This is not the plug-in. I've never been on Another Latino with a podcast.
A banner like subscribe to Another Latino in the middle of the screen.
No, we're not doing that. We're gonna mute him. He's been muted, and this is my podcast. It's not a takeover. It's not a takeover, dude. So here's what we're doing. His stupid podcast. Listen to this thing. First of all, he had a little kid on there. All right, Harold, who might not be 21. Who knows? I don't know how he gets to the comedy clubs. He looks like he's 8 years old, and somehow he was on there. We're gonna digress. Our podcast does numbers. Now, does it do good numbers? No. Not at all. Does it do triple-digit numbers? No. Barely gets into the double digits, to be honest with you. And we had a complaint earlier, so we're going to address it. 591 views on our most listened to video podcast. Raving reviews. Very nice. Huge fan. Awesome. Very cool. Superb. Great. Now there's one guy, and I want you to kind of talk to this guy, Christian, because he's coming at more you than me on this. But, so Joan Banson 6902 says all caps. So I don't know if Joan is just screaming.
He's screaming.
But I'm thinking it's a girl. Her name's Joan. No, Joan. Joan. Like Joni. So its sound was too low, hard to hear conversation at times, Nick. Okay, well that one was directed at me. But I didn't I don't control the sound. I mean, I guess I do. I got the soundboard, but we've turned it up now, so hopefully it's all right. But love Jerry Poultry from a nice Italian gal. It's nice that she gave her ethnicity too. And then at True Shoe 1, by the way, this is 6 months after it all came out. But True Shoe 1 is like, wanted to watch an interview with my former drum teacher, Jerry. ... Stopped his feeds constantly, and the lack of knowledge by Nick is horrendous. Unwatchable. and then that got a like. And someone else replied, let's see what this name. Ito Ramos, who looks awesome. Who looks awesome is what did he say back? So he replied to it. Hold on. Can you even see what he replied? Oh, he just liked it? Did he just like it? I don't know what I hit. Oh shoot, I lost it. Oh no, I don't know. But he was he was like, dude, right? He was totally on on his side. So, you know what? I felt like I did a good interview. Jerry thought it was a great interview. But what do I know? This is why I don't read fucking internet comments. What problem was Caroline Burke, great interview. Patrick Shepard, loved this. Buffer 0179, enjoyed this. George Music, huge fan. This was awesome. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like really fucking nice comments, and then there's just two fucking bad ones, and the whole world has come crashing down.
Yeah, no, but you have to let that go because people will always complain. It doesn't matter. You know, like there's a lot of stories like that. There's a story of a guy that he created engine to program, and he applied for a job to be the lead on that, and they're like, no, you cannot apply for this because you only have 2 years of experience in this language.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, it is tough to have 4 years of experience because I created the language 2 years ago. Like,
yeah, exactly. Well,
so it's like there's always who's gonna be like, nah, yeah, you don't know nothing.
It's fine. You know what? I've moved on. I actually don't care about those.
I move on. It's just reading 8 months later. Reading like, I move on. I'm good.
We are very good. And the last episode of the Thanksgiving podcast did not get a lot of views, so we need to get this one out. We need to bump this one out in the 30th because we did not get a lot of views on the last one. That one bombed. You did not like me talking about Thanksgiving in all black. So I put on a little fucking sweater, hopefully to do a dance. Let's see, the one with my the one with the Halloween didn't do well either. So this one's gonna do fine. Everything's okay. We're not panicking here. I do see what you guys like. You guys like when I bring on guests, and you just don't like me by myself. And it's all right. I don't like me by myself either. It's all good. We're on the same team for that. Dude, you want to hate me? I'm on your side. I hate myself. No. Clip that. No, but here we go. We're going to be fine.
For help, Diane. 1-800-708-6252. You can get help.
Your episode did so much better than the last two. And that was just because there's a second face. Okay. It could have been anyone. No offense. Okay. I could have put Helter Skelter up here, and it would have been nothing. What the hell is a Helter Skelter? I don't know. I'm going to digress. I'm sure the podcast is fine. It's been 10 minutes, and I've just complained. I haven't said anything nice besides the C4.
And that we hate Joanne.
And that we hate Joan. You can't get the name Joan. It's just Joan. All right. What else, man? We've been doing some cool shit. I got to do some really cool stuff. I got to do the Louisiana Gator Comedy Festival, the Big Gator Comedy Festival. Christian got to do it. Shout out to Variance Network who brought us, basically. It was a good time. We'll put up a picture right here, maybe, of me doing comedy. And then...
No, we don't have that.
No, we do. We do have that. And it was a good time, man. It was fun. It was really cool to meet. I talked a lot with comedians from here that I did not know already. So that was really cool to network and meet those people and, meet some Louisiana comedians. I've heard some wild stories. This one guy told me about a porn star he dated. And the same guy then told me he talks a bunch with Snoop Dogg. That was a fascinating story.
That's called a liar.
No, dude, he's not a liar. He's just a good guy. But he's a really good guy. I can't let you say that. He's a really good dude.
I want to say sorry because Nick invited me to party on Friday, and I was not feeling it on Friday, and I said like, oh, maybe tomorrow, and I forgot that he
was leaving on
Saturday.
Yeah.
But tell us about your night.
Yeah. So
the New Orleans.
Yeah, let me walk through that. So that was crazy. So we get there Thursday, check in at the hotel. You're like flying. Well, I don't check in. I'm running late because now apparently there's like orientation for a comedy festival. So I go straight there with my bags, do whatever that is. Meet people. Very cool. Great. Go back to the hotel, drop the bags off. Decide I got like 2 hours, 3 hours before the show. Want to grab some lunch, dinner is what they call it. Why does that sound racist? Dinner. But yeah. And what I get is I load up. I'm not gonna lie to you. I load up. I do fried gator bites. I do jambalaya. I do a chicken and sausage gumbo, and I do another one called like etafoli or something like that. And it was so good. They were so good. In order: fried chicken bites 1, gumbo 2, crawfish etafoli 3, and then the jambalaya 4. Not a big rice guy, but there's rice in all those basically. So, but it was good, man. It was a good time.
Bites?
Gator bites were great, dude. They're like a saltier chicken. It was very good.
I try on one of the venues. Like
yeah,
it's like a mix. It's like chicken with like that looks like beef, but it's like chicken. It's like
it doesn't look like beef. I don't think we had the same thing.
Yeah, the low cost.
I don't know. Maybe, yeah. But with the one I had was like a saltier chicken, and what was it called? It was like maybe like the chicken was like a little more seafoody, which sounds so gross, but it was good. It was really good. So then we did the show at this place called The Porch. Very cool stage, and it was a fun time. I mean, we had like 15 comics on the show, so everybody did like a quick set, but it was really cool to meet the comics, and then in the green room just absolutely kick it and hang out and stuff. So that was a lot of fun. And then the next night, so then we roll into Friday. I walk around New Orleans, and I'm like, I need something to motivate me. So I'm gonna go get these things called beignets, or beignets as I call them, and beignets, yeah. And we go down to a place. The most famous place to get them is called Cafe Du Monde. So I'm like, all right, I'll go walk down there. It's about a 2-mile walk. Walk down there, French Quarter, check it out. I'm like, this is cool. Check out New Orleans. I got the music playing, and I'm just really enjoying just life and being very a lot of gratitude for being able to do this and explore a new city and their culture. And it's very cool. Get to Cafe Du Monde. The ceiling of the restaurant it's caving in, and it's closed for the day. What the fuck? So I go across the street. They got a whole like gift shop thing across the street. That's how famous it is. And I'm like, hey, where do I get these beignets from? And they're like, it's beignets. And I'm like, great, but where do I get them? And they're like, it's about 1.5 miles back the way you came. There's an outlet mall. Go check that out. Why not? I got nothing to do. So I walk back 1.5 miles, go into like the outlet mall, and then I'm just eating beignets in a food court by myself. And if you don't know what these are, we could probably, again, I know Christian's going to hate me for doing it. We can put up a picture right here of what they look like. But there's so much powdered sugar. I looked like Tony Montana. I was in all black with just powdered sugar all over me. It was so messy and so damn hot when you bit into it. I seared my mouth, just seared it right off. And they were good. Would I have to walk through, would I have walked 3 miles to get them? Probably not. But they were good, and I looked like a psychopath eating in public. I hate eating alone. It feels weird just eating in public alone to me. I don't know why. Don't like it. Not comfortable with myself. Don't like myself. Call back. And actually, I felt awkward. So I was just sitting there in like a food cafeteria eating, just covered in powdered sugar. I'm like, okay, I look like a jerk off. I got to get out of here. So went back to the room, watched this Cubs Game 7 documentary for a little bit, then headed out for the shows. Did the shows, but I was leaving the next morning on the red-eye flight at like 5 a.m. And the night before, we did a bar, and the bar was cool, but the bar wasn't on Bourbon Street. So I was like, I got to do Bourbon Street. I got to do it. And I sent it. So I went out after the show, tried to get Christian to come with. He wasn't feeling it. I was like, okay. I got my buddy who we're going to get on the next episode or maybe the episode after, Jim, onto the podcast, who I met right before it and then down there. And we just went out drinking on Bourbon Street, just me and him. We met up with a couple other comedians in and out, but like it was a hilarious time, just getting hammered out there, doing green grenades and hurricanes. So that was the experience of the Bourbon night, to say the least. So that was Bourbon Street. It was very cool. We did
Did you get to see titties?
No, I did see people throwing, like trying to dangle beads from the balconies, like over.
That's what happens in New Orleans.
Yeah. No, I know. I just didn't see it. I missed it. I did get like
I did see some.
there was like a gentleman's club, and there was a lot of people a lot of nice ladies that came up to me and were trying to cordially invite me in, to say the least. They would have bled my pockets, so I didn't go in. But we just hung out, and we went into a restaurant. We closed up the top of the restaurant, and it was fun. We walked into this like restaurant, and keep in mind we've been drinking on Bourbon Street, so Jim is hammered at this point. This guy started drinking at like noon, and then went until I got there at we were at there at like 1 a.m. We got there, maybe like midnight. We want to get food. We go into like a nice restaurant instead of like, like just pizza or chicken or whatever. And we go into this place. We're like, what? How many for you guys? We're like 4. And then our other buddies bail. I'm like 2. And they're like, okay. And they see us down at the main area, and they could just see we're like sweaty, we're drinking, and they're like, okay. And they come over to us and they go, hey, would you guys want to like check out our like upstairs area? Like it's a little quieter up there. You guys could like have, it's more exclusive. I was like, I don't think it's more. We got up there. It was just a closed off part of the restaurant. It was just that they didn't have enough people. They absolutely took us out of the main area because we looked like sweaty fucking zoo animals, and they put us up there where no one could see us. And I go, I don't think this is exclusive up here. I think we're trying to be hidden away.
Shout out to the server. He handled it really nicely.
It was, really nice. It was so obvious that it wasn't exclusive. He could have said
like, can you fucking
get the fuck out of here? Yeah, get the fuck out of here. No, he could have said that, and he didn't. So no, you're right. It was very cool of him to do that.
Did we tip him? No.
No, not at all. Why would we? No, of course we did. It was expensive though. It was crazy. I think I paid like $16 for the drink. It was like a Chicago drink. I couldn't believe it. Everywhere else you go, very cheap. Those hand grenade things, holy shit.
It was $6, right?
Strong drink, stronger hangover. I'll tell you that right now.
It is $6, $3 the refill.
Oh, see, I had. They got me. I paid 12. I paid 12 for that. 12 and then a refill was $10. The guy got me though. It was hilarious. He goes, and so I already have one. I put it down. He grabs it and he goes, "You want a refill?" And I go, "Yeah." And then he just takes it and throws my glass out. And I was like, "Okay, are you kicking me out of the restaurant?" It's just like, no, I just get, you know what? I was like, you really went about that like, go fuck yourself. Hey, you want a refill? All right, go fuck yourself. Get the hell out of here. It was crazy. By the way, the refill he gave me wasn't the icy. I got like the on the rocks, and it was just so much Everclear. It was so much Everclear. Like if you're wondering, like, is there a lot? There's so much Everclear in it. That's what was in this. So I got drunk and didn't go to sleep. Ended up just going back to the hotel, grabbing my shit, and going straight to the airport. So fun night. Had a chocolate milk in the morning. That didn't help the stomach. And we pushed through. Then we went to a holiday party, and I got drunk that night. And then my body was like, "Hey, buddy, you probably should take it a little bit easier on you." And I am. So now we're chilling. I got my wrestling sweatshirt on, man. What else? I watched the Aaron Rodgers documentary. I love it. I mean, if you're a Bears fan, I get why you don't want to watch it. It is a lot. It's just, I mean, first of all, it's just all about Aaron Rodgers, obviously, but it's a lot of his success, but also his failure. So maybe you'll like that part of it. It shows him high as balls on ayahuasca. I'll tell you that right now. It shows him talking about caterpillars and how happy caterpillars are while he's tripping balls out of his mind. I loved it. I thought it was great. I would love to do ayahuasca with Aaron Rodgers, so I'm putting that out there right now. The offer's out there from me to him. Let's make it happen. I don't know who we know. I own the Packers. Maybe we could do kind of a reconciliation kind of situation. I would love to do that. And
How do you pronounce it again?
Enigma.
No, the beverage.
Ayahuasca.
Okay.
Yeah. No, not a beverage. It's medicine.
It's like they put it in a beverage.
Yeah, well, it's like a yeah.
I know ayahuasca.
Okay, ayahuasca, however you say it, yeah.
Ayahuasca.
I would do it. Definitely would try it. I like doing mushrooms, so I definitely would try it. I've never gone like too deep on mushrooms. I've never done acid. Acid scares me because it's man-made. I don't love that. That could go wrong quickly, I feel like.
I have a friend that she runs these like trips on ayahuasca.
Yes.
And but
ceremonies?
but it's not like mushrooms because mushrooms can be like fun. Can be like psychedelic fun. Like this is like no,
this is gonna suck.
And you hate yourself, and apparently this like confronts
Oh,
a lot of
fuck.
the truth out of you. Like
Oh,
you're like
no.
you see yourself as a kid, and then she like goes crazy.
Yeah.
She's like apparently a lot of people vomit, and when they vomit, it's not like it was a bad trip. It's like no, you're putting out all the negativity in this trip. Like it's weird.
It's deep, yeah. That is not something I want to do, definitely, but maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe there's something. Maybe he called it spiritual, like deep spiritual healing. And when anything is, by the way, deep just means pain. That's all it means. Deep spiritual healing, like he said, throwing up, hating yourself, not feeling good. Deep tissue massage, that shit hurts, dude. Everyone's like, dude, I would love a deep tissue massage. You feel so good after. Hey, how do you feel during it, though? He's taking, just dropping an elbow on you, just going in like Randy Savage off the top rope. And she's just doing all these things to you, breaking your back. I'm down there just going, holy shit. I used to get massages. By the way, crazy way to spend money. As a 22, I was 22, maybe 23, having a monthly massage. Just a weird thing for a 22 to be spending money, 22-year-old to be spending money on. Either way, coming in, dropping the thing, drops the elbow, and just breaks your back. It feels terrible. When you're like, how hard can you go? Hey, they could go very, very hard. It sucks. Going deep. Hey, have you ever deep conversations with people are terrible too? They're not terrible, but that's how you get people to cry. I know that. I've never cried over a lighthearted conversation.
Deep throat.
But
There you go.
okay. See, we were doing Christian. I was being serious, and
Painful.
I'm sure it is painful. I wouldn't know,
Some girls cry.
or guys too. I mean, let's not rule out who's crying. Okay, there's a lot of emotion that comes out of that. Okay, so guys and girls can cry from that. And me personally, I've never cried ever. I've only cried one time in my life, and that's when I got bit by a snake, and then I strangled the snake, and I fucking slammed it down on the ground, and I said, don't you ever do that again. And he ran away.
That didn't happen.
It might have happened. I had a lot of ayahuasca. That was so loud because of this fucking thing now. Also, this thing keeps coming down, and that was perfect. Okay. But no, check out the Aaron Rodgers documentary. He's the man. He's my favorite athlete of all time. Him, Anthony Rizzo, Randy Orton. Those are my three. I like Edge better than Randy, but it's okay. We're not going to get into this. We already got into that before. And I don't want to do it there right now. Hey, is it too late, you think, being the 30th, to just do a real quick top 5 Christmas songs? It's probably not. People are still feeling a little Christmas
this
spirit.
song's gonna play until February.
No, we need it on the 30th. Real quick, just top 5 Christmas songs off the dome. I'm going to go, actually not off the dome. I have a playlist right here. Hold on. I can't play it in the mic, right? They'll take it off YouTube.
Yeah,
They'll copyright it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they'll copyright it.
We'll do. Okay, dude, they got this one song. This is for this year. I'm not saying of all time, but what I've been jamming to lately. First of all, Sia Underneath the Mistletoe. Everyone talks about Sia's snowman. In the words of LA Knight, nah. It's about Sia's Underneath the Mistletoe. Yeah. And it's great. So that's one. Sia's Underneath the Mistletoe. Two, there's this commercial that played last year and now it plays this year, and it's called Just For You. And it's like, just for you, just for you, just for you, my love. So that's pretty good.
I'll put a ear.
No,
warning.
that was pretty good.
I'll put an ear warning before this. People would have
That's so rude.
Buckle
That's
up.
so rude. That's so rude. It's my podcast. Can't you say sing good on my podcast? Just For You is a really good song. It's by Olivia Dean. So shout out Olivia Dean. I'm going to go with Like It's Christmas by the Jonas Brothers. Now listen. Yeah. So what? Hey. Yeah, I picked the Jonas Brothers song. Look me in the eye. I picked the Jonas Brothers song. What of it, man? Christmas, monster trucks, wrestling. I'm a fucking male. I'll pick a Jonas Brothers song, and it's called Like It's Christmas, and it's very damn good. Fuck everyone in the comments who's gonna be like, dude, you just picked a Jonas Brothers song. All right, that's three. I'm going four. I'm going What Christmas Means to Me by CeeLo Green. As a 12-year-old, I bought I think 12, maybe I was like 15. I bought the CeeLo Green Christmas album called go to album. The CeeLo Green Christmas album is called CeeLo's Magic Moment. It came out in 2012. I bought it when I was maybe, again, 13 to 15, somewhere in that range. And I promise you, I was the only white 13 to 15-year-old to buy that album. I got it at Target, though. Not a bad deal. I bought it on CD. Last CD I probably ever bought in my life. That's four. That's four. This is a big last one. I gotta come strong. I don't want to say Owl City's back. I'm not gonna say that. That's gonna get an honorable mention. Owl City's, they're back, and it's called Kiss Me Baby, It's Christmas Time. That's an honorable mention. I'm not saying they're back. I'm not saying Owl City's back, but they're back. You know what? I always like Christmas Magic by comedians. That's another honorable mention because they're comedians. Definitely, for sure. It's just catchy, but it's comedians singing. It's funny. Do They Know It's Christmas Time? I'm going to go with that one. Do they know it's Christmas time at all? That's why. Right? So there you go. You don't even need to listen to the song. You just got the free sample. Now, would you rather have me do it? Or would you rather have David Bowie do it? If you pick David Bowie, then maybe check out the song. But if you're like me, I'll release my own. I'm going to release my own Christmas covers album. I can't wait. I put down on here, I wanted to talk about my goals. That might be in the new one. I might make a Christmas cover album for 2025. That's going to be in the works. We're going to take the podcast to the next level. I'm going to lose. They're very these goals are not very clear. Lose 10 pounds. Sure. I got this new there's not a machine, but like I realize while I'm describing it that this is like a kind of a gotcha product, but Edge and Christian from wrestling came out with a plank kind of thing. And I know you're thinking planks are free to do. Why would you ever pay to do it? Well, it's got like different positions you can do and work out. They got me. They got me for Christmas, and I bought it, and I'm excited to get fit. So there's that. I want to do comedy in Los Angeles or New York. There's that. Comedy in another state that's new. There's that. And then also I'm going to read a book. So if anybody has a good book suggestion, comment the book beneath. Are you you read it all, Christian?
I just read The Murder of Mrs. McGinty from Agatha Christie.
That was like, I actually.
Dude, it's a 1957 book.
Oh, you actually read a book. I was kidding a little bit. I thought you didn't know you knew how to read.
Actually, there's a lot.
Mrs. McGinty's dead?
Yeah, there's a lot of words that people don't use anymore.
By Agatha Christie?
Yeah, like for example, I love this one. It's acquiesce.
Spell it.
It's I have it here.
Well, I'm gonna look it up.
Acquiesce.
I don't know. Aquarius?
No, acquiesce is ACQUIESCE.
ACQ.
Acquiesce.
Yep.
It's an amazing word.
To accept something reluctantly.
Yeah. It's like,
No, I'm telling you, I didn't look it up.
like I
definitely did.
acquiesce to record this podcast, for example.
Okay. Well, that was, I feel like you kind of set your own thing up there. Kind of like, watch this one. Don't even know if that's a real word now. But either way, okay, let's do.
This podcast is Barmy.
Is
Barmy, Barmy.
Barmy. Okay. What does that mean? Barmy. Mad, crazy, extremely foolish. I can get behind that. Yeah. Tough, but I can get behind it. Okay, we got one through my goals, kind of. I might launch a website. I probably won't. But here's another. That's on there. Read a book. I might read. The Joe Madden put out a book. I always have The Alchemist to finish. I have finished it. Well, I will. If people ask, I finished it. And then I'm sure there's other books. David Kaplan has a book about the 2016 Cubs. I would love to read that. Anything about the 2016 Cubs, I'm in for. All right, we have time to do one more. Am I the Asshole today? Also, he wanted to plug a book called. Go ahead, plug the book real fast.
Before the Fall by Noah Haley. Amazing book.
There you go. Okay. All right. This is the last one we're doing, and then we'll go. This is the last Am I the Asshole of the year. So Happy New Year, by the way, to everybody. This is or have a Happy New Year. Don't put that pressure on me. Here we go. Am I the asshole for taking a chip from my best friend's girlfriend's plate on a double date? Okay, so it would be he's on a date with his girlfriend. They're another date, and he's grabbing the other girl's chip. Got it. And my best friend invited me on a double date with his girlfriend's best friend. Great. Me looking to get into a relationship said sure, not knowing what I'm getting into. Been there, brother. So my friend picks me up, and we all head out to dinner to this nice place. They are packed. When we get there, everything is going well until our food arrives. Everyone got their plate, and we all jumped into eating. I saw that my chips were straight cut, and my best friend's girlfriend ordered curly fries with her food instead of a normal straight cut fry. Or chip, I guess. I don't know. Those are two different things, fries and chips, whatever. She has curly fries, and you have chips. Great. Me curious to see how it tastes. I said, oh, how does your chips taste? Even though she has curly fries. So I don't understand what that means, but... How does your chips taste? And grabs one of her chips, and then she looks at me in shock and says, what the fuck did you just touch my food? I then, yeah, you can't do that. I then just said, oh, sorry, didn't want some, do you want some of my chips? Trying to be fair, make the trade back. She then turns her to her boyfriend and goes, nope, and I'm not eating. Okay, calm down. And throws her cutlery on the table and sits back. Me, embarrassed as hell, to my date, just said, I'm sorry, I didn't know you didn't like people touching your plate. Would you like me to order you a new plate? And said, sorry, okay, trying to make fun of it. She then just started being stubborn as hell and saying no and no. Even her best friend said we can share her plate, and she was being stubborn as hell. We then just proceeded a little bit, table dead as quiet. Then my best friend said, let's go for a cigarette. So we got up, smoking's bad. So then we got up from the quiet table and walked to the smoking area. I then proceeded to apologize, but he insisted I don't, and that he should apologize for his girlfriend's actions. Long story short, we left the place after we ate and all went home. Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole? Sorry. Yes, you are. You should not have done that. That's a psychopath move to just reach and grab somebody's food. That's crazy. Is she blowing this way out of proportion? You betcha. You betcha. She's blowing this way too out of proportion. You grabbed a chip or a fry, whatever it was. It was weird. You shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have been like, hey, how do those taste? And grab it. You should have been like, hey, let me grab a fry. Let me get a fry or something like that. Or ask it, in some sort of manner. Or, hey, it's a fry. Calm down. Don't try it. But you didn't. You went for it. It was the wrong move. Do I think your night should be over because of it? No. Do I think she's throwing a huge fit because of that? Yes. And there's nothing you could do about that. So... she's not the one. By the way, if a girl's going to throw that big of a fit over something and let it ruin the entire night, you got to end it. That's okay. It's just not the one. That's fine. If she's super hot, make it work.
I disagree a little bit. I really
what?
Not the asshole.
Well, it's not your podcast. So
he's not the asshole.
What? He's not?
He would have been if he didn't offer solutions. But he's like, okay, I can get you a new plate.
Yeah, no, he recovered well.
Yeah,
you can't do that.
If he was like dude, it's a fry. Just chill. You're the asshole. But
Yeah.
he was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Let me buy you another one. I know you
Sure.
don't want to touch this food anymore because I touch it. I understand that. I'll buy you a new one.
Yeah, and he also, by the way, he touched a fry that he ate. Does that make sense? So
No,
he
but
grabbed
still,
the food.
There's some people that don't put your hands near my plate.
And that's why I'm saying don't do it.
Yeah,
That's
I
why he
agree
should
with
not have done it. But he did do it, and he screwed up. So
But then the offering of buying a whole new plate
Yeah.
takes out you being an asshole. That's my take.
yeah, maybe he's not an asshole, but it was a crazy move to do that. So
I agree.
I know that's where we're at. I know we got to go because of time. But yeah, all right, great. This has been episode 89, I believe. Holy shit. Thank you for riding with us for 89 episodes. If you're one of the fucking, that's a small number, but we're going to get it up for the listeners, for the viewers at least. We're going to grow it in 2025. And
That's what she said.
yep. And yep. That's going to mute Christian for 2024. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. I appreciate you. Hopefully get home safe. Love you. Bye.